No, so she's accusing him of not only making various remarks and comments to her during the course of her employment at Fox. She's also saying he tried to solicit sex from her and offered her 1.5 million. She didn't go through with it, but that's the accusation in the lawsuit.
All right. Fair enough. My thing is, and I've said this before with these type of situations, is there proof?
I don't know. I mean, how do you prove that?
How do you prove that?
Exactly. That's my whole point. Like, if you're going to make an accusation and potentially ruin somebody's reputation, have them lose their job, have them spend a lot of money on legal fees, right? I hope there's proof. Because imagine she just says that and he has to go through this whole rigmarole and it's not false. Does he get his job back?
I don't know.
Is his reputation restored?
I think the reputation takes a hit regardless.
I would say if there should be some type of stipulation in the law where you should be held accountable. I'm not saying this is happening, but I'm just going off on a tangent, right? You should be held accountable if you make false claims.
Yeah, I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? There should be a penalty for that, because you playing with people's lives. In the court of public opinion, that's all they need to do is think of you as a scumbag and it's over, even though that might not be the case.
He's already done, right? He already left Fox News or Fox Sports.
Fox Sports, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to go on a podcast or something like us.
Shannon
He'll
Sharp.
be on our podcast next week. But, I mean, like, he's, I think he's done, man. And I think this could be a bunch of garbage. The lawsuit could be totally, like, falsehoods. But I think where there's smoke, there's fire. I think he's guilty of some of it. I think the 1.5 million is absurd. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that Yeah, that's just nuts. Nuts, bro. There's no OnlyFans, bro, like worth 1.5, bro. I mean, he could have just went on OnlyFans for way less. You know what I'm saying?
Way less.
What is he doing?
Like 80% less.
More than that, bro. Like
even more than that, yeah.
You think Shannon knew something was up with him?
Listen, I think Shannon decided that I'm going to control my own destiny and get all the money. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he started his podcast, because he started his podcast.
Look at him now.
And shortly after that, he had the bombshell episode with Cat Williams, and he's been on a run ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes when the house is burning down around you, you
be out.
Sometimes it's time to get out, right? And
yeah.
It's
Well, here's the thing.
You think he just knew something was coming, or he just kind of knew, like, hey, I just don't need to be here?
No, I think what happened was the DeMar Hamlin situation happened.
Yeah, there was that.
And after that, that's when he bounced. He had
there was
that
a Tom Brady situation too. Remember the
right? But it's really after that, because as a football player, he said seeing another football player go down like that really like affected him. And then Skip went on social media, was like,
play ball.
It said something crazy like, "Oh, no, y'all need to keep playing ball," or whatever he said. I don't know what he said. I can't repeat verbatim, but it was something to that. And Shannon didn't like that. And then he tried to come on the show and explain his piece. And in the middle of him expressing his feeling about that, like, Skip started with his defense, and Shannon's like, "Bro, I'm trying to do my, and you cutting me off," and blah, blah, blah. And after that, he was gone. He was like, "I'm out." You know what I'm saying? So, listen, there's plenty of people who have had problems with Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying?
Smoke, there's fire.
What's his name?
Stephen A.
Who used to play, but I know Stephen A. But it was who was the host? He was on the show with him. And he used to be in the NBA, the light skinned dude, who played. He was part of the Michigan basketball squad in college with Chris Webber and them.
Jalen Rose.
I forgot which one it was. Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose got in Skip's ass one day. You know what I'm saying? And so he's always catching beef with somebody.
He says,
you know what I mean?
He says wild stuff, and then there's times where he talks about certain players, and then he gets checked.
That's kind of how Jalen Rose bodied him that day. He was like, "Skip, did you play ball? You didn't even play in high school." You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And then Stephen A. had to interject and, how him with his big words, you know what I'm saying? coming in there talking all that craziness, and I'm just like, yo, it's always something with Skip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Richard Sherman, man, had a run in with him not too long, but I don't know if you've seen that infamous clip of him and Richard Sherman.
I remember that.
Have you seen that? You saw that, Bobby?
Yep.
Yeah, where Richard Sherman was like I'm better at my job than you.
Yeah, I remember that.
He just ethered him right there on the first take, bro. And it was like Stephen A didn't even defend him or nothing. Stephen A just sat there, just like watching while his co-host got ethered. Man, it was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, yo, Skip Bayless is just out here catching strays, man. That guy is just a glutton for punishment. I think he's just done, man. To answer your question, Bobby, I think he's finished.
Man.
No one's gonna want to touch him after this type of lawsuit, man.
That's the thing. It's like, even if it comes out where he really didn't do that, I just think he already took the hits.
Yeah, there's that stink of you're sexually harassing people at work. Like, who's gonna hire you after?
Yeah.
Joy Taylor. What's going on with Joy Taylor?
They're saying that she slept her way up to the top, and allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't believe that she did any of that, though. In my opinion, I just think that it's all,
I'm with you.
It's an attempt to assassinate, I guess.
And even if she did, even if she did, so what?
Whose business is that?
Well, there's right, but then there's ethics that's involved in the workplace. You're really not supposed to be having any type of interaction with fellow employees.
Well, clearly not at Fox.
For those of you
not at Fox News or Fox
right,
Sports.
Well, for those of you who still hold corporate positions, we know that you can't have any type of relationships with coworkers. That's a part of that's in the handbook. That's the first thing that you learn.
Yeah.
That's not entirely true.
It really
That's
depends. It's a business per business kind of thing.
It depends on the business. It depends on the business. Certain business, like government business, they have like an ethics clause and things of that nature, and that might be in there.
Right.
It depends on the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's just
if you disclose it, you can disclose it at work.
Yeah.
But like, to my point is, who cares? Like, even if she did, why is this a headline? That if she slept with some people on the job, I guess because she was married maybe at the time, but again, like, so what? That's their prerogative, no?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah. I mean, unless it becomes a harassment kind of situation.
Yeah,
Meaning, I'll say, hey.
But I mean,
but then that could turn into that person saying, hey, it really wasn't that. Just gotta be careful in general. Like,
who dropped this story? I heard it wasn't it like some exes or like who put this out there or put her business out there?
Well, I think it came up because the Skip thing came first. Then it segued into the whole Joy Taylor thing.
Okay. Like, why though? Like, why would we go from Skip harassing?
Apparently maybe a disgruntled employee didn't get to partake in those type of activities.
Let me tell you something, man.
That individual, and they probably
Player
felt
hating?
some type of way, and well, yeah, and
listen,
I
don't understand how this is news to Stan Stereo's point, right? Of all the things that's going on in the world, this is news.
Yeah.